Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Zero Excuses podcast. My name is Kenyon. Thanks for tuning in. I've got a very interesting episode lined up for you guys today, and I couldn't think of a very concise title to label this episode, but essentially it's digging into why your wife or your spouse or even maybe your business partner or coworkers won't support your goals. I think this is a very common theme that I've seen in my various interactions with some of you guys and in other communities that I interact in. It's something that I've even personally struggled with, and quite frankly, I still struggle with at times. And some of these tips that I share with you, these are things that I've implemented or am working on implementing right at this very moment. And the tips here, you're going to notice that there is a theme here where that everything centers around what you are doing, not what she is or isn't doing. Now, I imagine there's a very, very rare exception to this where someone might maliciously be hindering your progress towards reaching your goals, but that is a very, very rare exception, and I just wanted to head that off in the beginning here because I'm sure someone's going to listen to this and start making excuses on that their wife is doing this, that, and the other thing, and that is a very flawed way of thinking. Everything starts with you, and as we get into these points that I'm going to make here, you're gonna see some very practical things, and they're going to change the game for you. So my first tip here is that you are not sold yourself. Let me repeat that. You are not sold on your goals. You don't believe that you can attain your goals. And this is something that in the very beginning of launching this podcast about a year ago, I had some struggles with that. And I wasn't sold on whether people would listen to this podcast or even whatever the reason. I hadn't sold myself on that this would be successful, that people would listen, and that the advice that I had to offer would be implemented by so many people. But if I were to do this all over again, I would do some work up front and list out the reasons why I know I will be successful. I need to do some work to sell myself on why this is going to work, why I am capable of making it work. I mean, if you were sold on attaining the goals yourself, you'd be taking a massive amount of action towards reaching your goals. You would be talking about them a lot more. You see, once you instill this belief in yourself, you can't help but broadcast that to other people. And when you do talk with your wife, your spouse, your business partner about what your goals are, they would hear that passion. You would exude the confidence that you are going to reach these goals. I mean, just think about any time that you've met a sleazy salesperson. Typically, those types of salespeople are the ones who are just simply looking for a commission and not trying to help solve a problem. They don't believe that what they're selling is actually going to help you. So if you think of it like that, you're almost committing fraud when you don't believe in your goals and you expect that someone will support you. All right, enough on that point. So the second reason why your wife won't support your goals is that she doesn't know how to support you. You haven't told her what her role in attaining these goals is. She doesn't know how she can help you, and you haven't actually integrated her or him into your plans of attaining those goals. So you've basically left them out in the cold. They aren't part of your plan. So why would they support you if they're just going to be sitting on the sidelines watching you? So I would encourage you to, as you formulate goals, think about what role your wife is going to play in those goals. How is she going to be able to support you? And not just, hey, this is free labor, but what role is she going to play in those goals? Think about those things. All right, the third reason why your wife won't support your goals is that you haven't set aggressive enough goals. She is not seeing the results fast enough. You're spending time away from her, your family, trying to attain these goals, yet they aren't producing the results fast enough. You have to take more action, aggressive action, massive amounts of action to reach your goals. Shorten the time frame that you give yourself to attain these goals. I believe it's Parkinson's law that states that work expands so as to fill the space allotted to its completion. So take advantage of that law. Shorten the amount of time. Set higher goals. Show her why she should support these goals by producing the results at a fast, aggressive rate. Don't get me wrong, I am not perfect at this, and this is something that recently I have increased my level of commitment to do, and I encourage each and every one of you to do it. It's really changed my mindset. It has actually increased my productivity. I feel better about myself. I'm getting stuff done at a faster rate. I'm reading more books. I'm learning more. I'm being aggressive about getting after it. And so the fourth reason why your wife won't support your goals, and this is kind of an obvious one, and why I wanted to leave it to the last, is you simply haven't communicated what your goals are. She doesn't know. I would challenge you to ask your wife what your goals are right now. Go ahead, do it. I guarantee you, if she's not supporting you, she doesn't know, or at least doesn't know at the level of detail that she needs to know what your goals are. She also needs to understand why they're so important to you. Does she know what's in it for her? Does she know how this is also going to benefit her by you attaining your goals? All right, so let's wrap it up there, guys. Appreciate you listening in. I'm sure there's some other reasons out there, but these are the four ones that jump out at me based on my experience, my interactions, like I mentioned at the beginning here. Be curious to hear if you guys have any other ideas. Encourage you to hop over to our closed Facebook group over at facebook.com/groups/Xcuses to discuss this episode and jump into the conversations that we're having over there on how to build discipline, eliminate excuses, gain a chokehold over our time, etc. It's a great group. We've got close to 450 people in there now. We're growing every week, and you don't want to miss out on the conversations there. And if you want to take it to an even greater level than just interacting in the Facebook group, we have a couple opportunities available for you guys to do just that. We have a closed mastermind group, the Infinite Results Mastermind Group. You can apply for that at kenyonzitska.com/results, or you can just simply shoot me a quick email, kenyon.zitska@gmail.com, and I can send you the application directly there as well. And I also offer a very limited number of one-on-one discipline coaching slots. You can also shoot me a direct email at the email address I just mentioned there, or you can head over to kenyonzitska.com/discipline to apply for that program. And special for the month of May here, we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary, and I wanted to celebrate that a little bit by offering the first 5 people that send me an email to apply for my discipline coaching program a very special discount on my coaching program. So that's limited to only the first 5 people that send me an email and are interested in doing that. Again, kenyon.zitska@gmail.com. I'll have that linked in the show notes as well. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm really excited for this 1-year anniversary, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. And, by the way, don't forget to head on over to iTunes, subscribe, rate, leave us a review. I think we're over 35 reviews as of the recording of this, and I appreciate you guys taking time to leave me a quick review. And, it helps get the word out about what we're doing here, and your reviews go a long way in doing that. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. I will catch you again soon.